Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you 10 print-on-demand t-shirt design styles that are selling extremely well right now, specifically looking at Amazon merch for inspiration. The average BSR of these shirts is under 50,000, indicating that these shirts are selling multiple times a day. And I love letting customers basically tell me what they want by making purchases. And then Amazon shows us the BSR, the best seller rank, and helps us understand within a reasonable certainty the sales velocity so that we can act accordingly. The best way to design a t-shirt that somebody wants is to look at what they're already buying. And that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get started. So the plan is I'm gonna go straight to Amazon, show you 10 listings, and we're gonna evaluate the design together. I didn't worry about the niche. I'm looking only at the design style. So the first shirt design that we are going to be evaluating is this one. And to me, this is one of my favorite approaches to print-on-demand design. I didn't really put these in any specific order, but I love doing this. This is a symmetrical design. It's got text above, text below, and a graphic in the middle. It is short, it is sweet. Honestly, I think the designer who put this one together has a higher degree of expertise than me for sure, but then most, because they also did a little bit of like putting one leg of the unicorn on top of the text and the other leg behind the text. My recommendation for the average person watching this video, don't put graphics over the text. Do that in a year, do that in 2 years, but right now, don't do it. Keep it simple. Symmetrical, centered, text, graphic, text. Don't worry about the niche. Yes, this is a fantasy football niche. Don't worry about that. We're just talking about the design. This is so simple, but it works. This is honestly, like I sell so many like this. You don't need to overthink it. I love this approach. Shirt number two things I want to point out in this one. Actually, three. The first is, to me, this design style is just left aligned text. Now, I know that is so simple, but it's not that uncommon to see in designs that sell pretty well. For instance, one left aligned text niche that I use all the time is eat, sleep, something, repeat. You know what I mean? Eat, sleep, something, repeat. 4 lines of text, left aligned, simple. By the way, always pick a font that's easy to read. Use good color contrast. As you can see here, they got black text on a white shirt. I mean, come on now, keep it simple. They're doing a great job. And then also they are calling attention to the words that express the most relevance and significance to their target audience. So in this case, yeah, it's probably, Taylor Swift fans buying this shirt, but beyond that fact, the word never is highlighted in red and the word ever is highlighted in red. I love doing this. For instance, eat, sleep, X, repeat. When I'm doing those style designs, which word do you think I'm changing the color of to draw additional attention? Yes, exactly. Whatever X is, whatever that variable is. So if it's eat, sleep, pickleball, repeat, I'm going to make the word pickleball a different color to draw more attention to it, right? Because we're all competing for the sale here. It's not just going to be me in search results. It's me and everybody else. I need my design to really speak to the potential customer, and I need them to know immediately within like a fraction of a second that my design is one that they should care about, that they should potentially buy. Design number 3 looks like a Trump design, political design. Ignore that. It is more or less this like repetition of a similar theme, right? I'm trying to think of other times we've seen this. We've seen these in like Black History Month. There's been designs like this where basically you can do a lot of repetition on the way down. Oh, I'm trying to think like kind of like Monday, pickleball, Tuesday, pickleball, Wednesday, pickleball, Thursday, pickleball. You know what I'm saying? We've seen designs like that. This is, to me, this is sending the same kind of signal. It's repetition of some central theme down the shirt. Like we have quite a bit of space in terms of where we can print on the shirt for Amazon merch, for non-Amazon merch. Generally speaking, if you're not doing all over print, you have a pretty big design area. We're just utilizing that space with repetition of a certain theme. It could be parody. Again, the niche doesn't really matter. You can do it with almost any niche. In this case, it's politics. 2023, if you sign up, it'll help you get your first sale. And down there, you'll find a link to my Print on Demand Facebook group. I hope you'll join the community. Design style number 4. Now this one takes a high degree of talent or a Vexels subscription, which I'm pretty sure Vexels is like on sale right now, 55% off. So I will drop my Vexels link in the description. You can actually lock in a lifetime deal for 55% off. It doesn't get much better than that. You can get some really high-end designs from Vexels. They have a team of professionals that work full-time for them. You can do design requests monthly. Vexels is where it's at. I mean, I use it for my Etsy shop all the time, not gonna lie. And when I see designs like this, if you ever see me selling one of these, it's not because I sold it myself or designed it myself, I should say. It's that somebody else did and I just honestly utilized it. Like if you have a Vexels subscription, I stay in my lane. I don't lie to myself about me being a better designer than I actually am. I was honestly just noticing this little slider here. It says available styles, crew neck, tank top, pullover hoodie, V-neck, sweatshirt. That's cool. I didn't know that they were doing this for Amazon merch. That's really cool that they are doing that. Design style number 5 is the vertical American flag. Even though this one looks a little bit more square, the vertical American flag design style, guys, you've heard me talk about it before. It sells in any niche as an evergreen pretty much year round, okay? The vertical style American flag, you cannot go wrong with. You just got to figure out how to integrate whatever your niche is into the flag. So in this case, with a fishing design, they made the flag out of fishing poles. Genius. Whoever did that, pat yourself on the back. Beyond that, though, we've also seen other things like putting a vertical, like basically replacing one of the stripes. So instead of fishing poles, you actually do the normal stripes and then you replace one of them or 2 of them. You can honestly replace 2 if you want. Actually, yeah, that would make more sense. So if it's like red, white, red, white, red, white, you just take 1 strip of red and 1 strip of white out together so that it doesn't break the pattern, the repetition. Then you put a vertical text word. Oftentimes when we see that as well, you might rotate the text so that it's actually like rotated 90 degrees. Instead of the letters being like facing normal, they would rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. All right. And I'm sure I can find an example if you guys want, or just, go look it up. But basically, like, people are able to figure out what it says. It's not too hard to read. And then if I do that where I put a word embedded in the flag, I will likely change the color of the text of that word to pop so it doesn't just blend in with the flag. Again, because that word is what is expressing the most significance to the buyer. So if it's pickleball, it's pickleball. Make that a different color. Make it a lighter blue or something. Make it yellow, all right? Design style number 6 is a more advanced design style. Okay, when I see this, what I'm really seeing is graphic on left, text on right. So it's more asymmetric. The first design style I recommended was, what was the first thing I said? I said it's a symmetrical design, right? It was text, graphic, text. This one is asymmetric, graphic, text. There's a couple different ways to execute this. You see they right aligned their text, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a graphic. Sometimes I will like cut part of it so that there's a vertical kind of break between the graphic and the text. And then sometimes I'll left align the text against that graphic instead of, in this example where it's right aligned against the edge of the shirt. If I was to like break that, and this would be a bad example of a graphic to do that with, but if it was like a smiley face, I could cut the smiley face in half. I'd have that straight vertical edge. And then I could, Toshi says hello. And then I could put the text left aligned against the graphic there. All right, the dogs are done barking. Let's go to the next design. This one, simple, short and sweet. It is repetitive text, all right? 1 word, multiple times vertically, and you make each line of text a different color. And if you don't know what color scheme to utilize, pause this video, do a quick screenshot, pull it into Photoshop, use the eyedropper, and write down that color scheme, all right? Any vintage retro kind of color scheme like this that contrasts well against a black shirt, if you're gonna make the color black available, is a winner, all right? Again, be strategic though. You know, on Amazon merch, if you make the color black available, you can offer it in 10 colors, but guess what that primary thumbnail is gonna be? It's gonna be black. So you need to make sure that your color contrast works really well against your primary thumbnail. That is also true against about Etsy, but with Etsy, you can choose what your primary thumbnail is. With Amazon merch, you really can't. All right, we are on number 8, and this one is just all text. I call this a text-only design. Yeah, you could argue that, around the 2023 is a graphic, but really this is just a text-only design. It is a distressed font. You can see that they varied the size of the text and the text style. So the word retired has an arch to it. You don't have to do it that way, but I'm just saying, like, this is a nicely executed text-only design. Not that hard to do. And clearly people are liking it. And a simple niche too. Retired 2023. It's got 93 reviews though. So they're making quite a few sales with their text-only design. I like the font choice. I like the distressed text. I like that they curved one piece. They put 2023 almost in like a negative. So they actually kind of cut the word or the, numbers 2023 out of that distressed kind of circular object, right? But it calls attention to 2023. Like when somebody is shopping for retired 2023 shirts, at a glance, you know immediately, right? You know right away, because look at the top of the shirt, that it's retired 2023. What you don't know without glancing again is what it says underneath there. But guess what? What it says underneath there, that's secondary, right? To the people who you're trying to sell to, the first thing they care about is that this is a retired 2023 shirt. So make that easy to read. Allow them to know right away when they see it that that's what this is, and then they can read the rest of the text at the bottom. So what I'm trying to say is don't just put one font size in your design. Be strategic how you use them. And you could even utilize like more color as well if you wanted to draw attention to the important part. All right, design number 9. And this is just a vintage retro style design. I actually like that they made teacher backwards every other row. But really the takeaway is a nice like vintage retro-y kind of color scheme. The font, it was that like 60s, 70s kind of style. And the wavy text, all right? I feel like, just from my perspective, this started really popping off and becoming popular in like 2020, 2021. I could be wrong. You could say, Ryan, you're wrong. I wouldn't argue with you, but it's been just crushing ever since. So this one needs to be on your radar. And I did drop a Kittle video where I showed you how to do this just last week. I can link to it in the YouTube cards right here and in the description of this video. And last but not least, design number 10. Yes, it's a Halloween design. Ignore that. What I'm really trying to show you here is that those vintage retro sunsets, those blue to tan to yellow to orange to reddish, I still love them. All right. Maybe I'm the only person left on planet Earth still using them, but I think those can really set you up for a design. Like if you know what niche you want to sell in, but you don't know how to approach the design, if you just drag one of those circular sunsets into your empty canvas and start there, whether you want to add text above and then text below, or text straight across the middle, right? Or put a graphic on top of the sunset like you see here. I love starting designs off like that. I mean, and when I'm entering a niche, I like to make multiple designs, all right? So I'm not worried about, oh, is this the right answer? Like I'll make multiple. And I love integrating those circular, like retro sunsets into my designs still, even in 2023, probably even in 2024, but we will see. Guys, that's really all I wanted to show you in this video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you liked it. Drop me a comment. I like hearing from you guys. Also, drop a like. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you liked this video. Subscribe if you're not already. Check out my full print on demand course. It is linked in the description. It has a design module, has a research module. It has a module for everything, including automation, by the way. It's definitely, going to pay for itself if you utilize it ahead of fourth quarter, which is right around the corner. So guys, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow with a new video.